Well, okay. Well, hey, thank you, Wendy Snyder, very much. It is very nice for me to be a part of these festivities and kind of return to the Windy City, at least in this particular mode of operation, and have a chance to speak with some of the people who enjoy radio. And God knows, I loved it there. It was a great time. I have some various questions on radio. So what was the success of Top 40? Why do I think it was so, successful with the jingles? And I think it was a matter of high rotation, 40 hit songs with repetition, one after another, until you could certainly sing along with no problem. Conversely, we all listened to the radio. It was the method of getting it done, and teenagers in Top 40 got along really well. And I was pretty much a teenager myself when I started in Chicago and had some Top 40 success going on. My connection with the audience really, I'd say it happened because when I first started out in radio, I was told to do a housewife show and to get housewives who were home because people weren't working in the afternoon, most specifically housewives back then, which was quite a while ago. And therefore, I would... a seductive situation with the mom who's maybe at home alone and, you got this going on and that and whatever. So I always tended to speak a little bit more to the ladies on the radio. I figured they controlled it usually, and that's the truth. And so if you get her, you get the guy along with her, and you got two people there, and it all adds up to high ratings at the end of the day, hopefully. And I would tend to do that. Plus, I had a little black book and would chase around a little bit at the time back in the Windy City. But my connection with the audience was, a little bit more intimate and a closeness. So I think that garnered high ratings for me in the Windy City for a long, long time, which I'm quite thankful for. And they wondered why music has stayed around this long. The other side of the coin is, how about me? I've stayed around for a long, long time because it's like 50 years from now, they want to know radio where it will be. That was the question that I should answer. I really have no remote idea. I have no idea. I do know that people love music and they will tend to listen to it any way they can. And that makes me feel that radio will be around for a long time. Conversely, other people feel it may not survive whatsoever. But speaking of a long time, I did want to bring this out here. 50 years ago. So, it flies by fast. So now you get an idea. I was like a child, and now on a good day you can hear me wrinkling. But am I having fun? Yeah, I always will. And I'm thankful because life has been good to me, and I've had an excellent career aside from broadcasting. I mean, I actually bought the radio station that I started on almost in a way. So that was part of, growing up with that. I worked at a lot of different stations. Then I finally departed for the West Coast after Chicago and never really kind of returned. But life has been good, and I started my own business there and did well. One of the questions is, recall a moment in your career that was somewhat you'll never forget. And what happened is I got a bit part in the movie T.R. Baskin that came to Chicago. Candice Bergen was the star of it. Young, beautiful woman at the time and all of that. And it was filmed at Butch McGuire's. And I had a part with, number one, that on the radio you would hear me in the background and then forefront sometimes. So I was invited to the premiere of the movie T.R. Baskin. And it was opening at one of the major theaters in the Loop. And of course, I was running late in my little rock and roll red Corvette. And got pulled over by the police and for speeding, because I'm trying to be on time. And I thought, oh, officer, I must have been doing at least $100 over the speed limit, please. It was Chicago, back then. But anyway, I said, I'm Kris Erik Stevens. I'm going to the premiere of my movie. And the cop, he says, are you kidding? Give me a break. He said, as a matter of fact, he said, I'm listening to Kris Erik Stevens right now on the radio, okay? And so don't, give me your driver's license. I said, fine, I gave him the driver's license. Kris Erik Stevens. Oh my God, da, 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 da. I said, yeah, I taped the program, but I am running late. And he said, you know what? We're going to change that for you right now. We're going to give you a police escort, blue lights flashing, and take you directly to the movie theater for the premiere of that movie. And that's exactly what they did. And it was like, whoa, excuse me. I must have done something right in my life to have this happen. So it was all good at the end of the day. So basically, as I look back, I loved every part of the Windy City. It was wonderful. Moved to the West Coast and started my own business out there as well. I was on KISS FM for a quick while, but I really wanted to get out of the broadcast business, a little bit too insecure, and started my own business. Did tons of voiceovers. You heard me on movie tunes, and for about 10 years, Robert Kardashian, a friend of mine, and I kind of got this movie tunes thing going on, and tons of commercials, and I had really good agents and nice representation, and it all turned out really well. But broadcasting has been the most important thing in my life, and I'm so thankful for it. And most specifically, I'm thankful for being here and having an opportunity to express myself and say hello. And thank you very much for having me. Take good care.